Sweet girl. This is a bedtime story for you, since I won't be with you at bedtime tonight. I wanted to tell you the story of this boy, and this boy was such a sweet boy, and he loved everybody. And a lot of people loved him. Some people thought he was a little strange because he would do things like dance like crazy, even like when there was no music. And people were like, that's kind of strange. That's a little weird. And he just loved meeting people and he loved helping them. And he wanted to give to people. I mean, he wanted to share his joy and share his love. And he'd get upset really easily if people didn't like him back. Like, he'd have his feelings hurt really easily if he loved somebody and they didn't love him the way that he wanted them to and the way that he felt about them sometimes. Although some people he didn't even really like that much, but he still wanted them to like him. Like, he didn't even like him that much, like some of his friends at school, but he really wanted everyone to love him. So he acted like he was people's best friends, even if some of those people he didn't think were great. But he also tried to see the best in everybody. He just wanted to see the best in everybody. He wanted to believe that everybody had good intentions, that everybody was loving and everybody was generous and everybody was passionate and everybody cared more about love than things. And one day when he was playing baseball, he actually got hit in the head with a ball and it gave him a concussion. And after that, he wasn't the same person anymore. And he felt, he still loved people a lot, but he realized that he didn't, he couldn't dance in the same way. And he got confused pretty easily. And then he got sad because his heart wasn't filled with joy all the time. Like when you were little once and you fell out of your car seat when we were at Nana and Papa G's parking lot, you were like, I want to be happy. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be sad. I want to be happy. Which was really cute and sweet. And then the boy, even though he was confused, he started paying attention to things in a new way. And he saw, you know what? Some people aren't that nice. And some people aren't that good. And some people aren't that loving. And some people aren't that trusting. And some people aren't that generous. And some people don't take care of the things they're supposed to take care of. And the boy even realized that he was one of those people who didn't always take care of the things that he really should have taken care of. But instead of thinking, oh, everybody's good and everyone's loving and generous and kind, he started seeing the world differently. And he thought, everyone's so selfish. And everyone's so, people can be mean. And people can say cruel, hateful things to the people that they claim to love. And he started thinking, you know what? I don't think everybody in the world is deserving of my love and my generosity of spirit. I don't think it's even right to like and love everybody. I should just remember who's really, really, really important. But sometimes the people that were most important to him, he would get even more hurt because they wouldn't treat him the way he wanted to be treated, like his mommy or his brother or his sisters. They would say things that they didn't, they would say things about his hair cut and that would upset him sometimes. Or they'd say that they wouldn't treat him like as lovingly as he wanted to be treated. Like when you're on my lap and you just want to be loved. You don't want me on my telephone. You don't want me texting. You don't want me doing something else. You just want to be with me. And sometimes he felt like, oh, everyone's so distracted and no one really wants to be with me in the way that I wanted to be with them. So he started doing the same thing. And he started getting distracted. And he was on his phone even more than he used to be. And from then on, he started thinking not just about love and generosity and kindness and friendship and like girls that he liked a lot. He used to think about girls a lot. But then he thought, you know what? I got to start thinking about how to take care of myself and how to, since I hurt my brain, and I got to learn how to take care of the people that matter. But most importantly, I have to make sure that if I'm really angry or really sad, that my body and my head feels different now. I got to make sure that I don't take it out on people that I love, right? I don't want to like yell at somebody, like a stranger especially, but even the people that I don't want to yell at anybody I love either. But he was different, and he said to his mother, Mama, I'm really confused because ever since I had that accident with the baseball, I've been different, and it's made me really, really sad a lot of the time. And then I start, and that's why I'm not so nice to my brothers and sisters in the ways that I used to be. I just don't have as much love in my heart. I don't have as much love in my heart. And his mother said, that's not true. You have so much love in your heart. You have so much love in your heart. And it's just that you're wounded right now and you're trying to heal. And you're realizing that you're not the same person you used to be. And that you have to love differently now. Or you have to love different people maybe. Maybe you live different people, or maybe you have to go back to because this boy was in like middle school. And he thought maybe I have to go back to my grade school friends and remember how special they were. Or even I have to go back to my friend Evelyn from Child Garden because I liked her so much. And he just started remembering the past and the people from his past instead of just always trying really, really hard to get his friends at school and his brothers and sisters to like him or love him. And so he said, you know what? I've been loving a lot, and I've been loving with a big, big heart. But maybe I have to love just more smartly. Maybe I don't have to love everybody. Maybe I just have to love the people who are really, he didn't know, he was confused. He was confused. He was just sort of angry at the world that he had gotten hit in the head with a baseball, and that caused him to feel differently and think differently and look at the world differently. But that didn't stop him from playing baseball. He came back and he played baseball again, and he wasn't as fast a runner, but somehow he was stronger. He was better at hitting a ball, but he wasn't as good at running to the bases. And he was not as good. He couldn't run fast enough to always catch the ball, but as soon as he'd catch the ball, he'd throw it really hard. So it was weird that some things got worse and some things got better. But he had this wonderful little sister. And this little sister was smart and loving and sweet and fun and a little bit crazy. And he always loved being with her and talking to her, his littlest sister. And she reminded him that there are people that have a big, big heart and are full of passion and joy and brain smarts and just people who love to sing and dance and just have fun. And so she was a good reminder to him. She was only 6 though. And he was like 12. So there were like lots of years in between them. But it didn't matter, because just like there's a lot of years between you and me, we still find lots of ways to connect, things to talk about and things to do together and ways to love each other. And this has almost been a 10-minute story. So I think this is the time to stop and to remember that nothing stays the same. And one day things could be terrible, and one day things could be great. And we have to remember, enjoy the good things while we have them. And remember that the bad things will pass too. Good night, my sweet, sweet Ellie. I love you.